announcing the arrival of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of the State, Dr. Lawal. National Anthem, please. Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Kona motoci, kona babura, komi za a kawo dai a kawo a tattara a.
Distinguished members of the Security Trust Fund Board of Trustees, the government and people of Zamfara State have very high expectations on you and your performance. Drawing from your rich and diverse experiences, I have no doubt in my mind that you are all well suited for this crucial assignment. Your role is pivotal in addressing this avoidable menace in our communities and steering the state towards a trajectory of peace, progress, and sustainable development. At this juncture, let me emphasize the magnitude of the responsibilities placed in your hands. Some of the few functions that the board is mandatory to carry out is outlined in the enacted law, which are: number one, to manage the funds and all other properties that may from time to time be vested in it for the benefit of the people of Zamfara State. Number two, to procure and maintain equipment as may be required for use in the state by security agencies after the necessary approval must have been obtained from appropriate federal agencies. Number three, to establish and maintain a central logistic base. Number four, to ensure at all times in the management of the fund that the fund shall have sufficient money and materials to offer support for the protection of lives and property in the states. Number 5 or 6, to regulate the activities of the private security agencies in the states, and you also have a responsibility to advise the governor on the following: any matter relating to the implementation of programs and recommendation of the State Security Committee or other similar agencies. Any matter connected with security and law enforcement in the states, and any matter relating to the welfare of law enforcement personnel in the states. Distinguished personalities, your board was also established with the power to raise money for the fund through voluntary subscriptions and donations from all interested government agencies, private organizations, and individuals, including but not limited to state government subventions, contribution from the federal government and local government council, financial and material donation from the private sector, 10% monthly contribution of the local or of the total internally generated revenue of the states, contribution by private individuals or development partners, other financial or material aids, gifts, and awards, or any form of levy or support from any other source. I'm confident that each of you will undertake these assigned responsibilities with utmost dedication and in the best interest of the state. Your collective experience will undoubtedly contribute significantly to the successful conduct of the assignment. Distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, aside from the establishment of the Security Trust Fund boards of the trustees, one notable step we have recently taken is the establishment of the Community Protection Guard, known as CPG, to complement the operation of our conventional security forces in tackling this formidable threat. The first batch of 2,645 personnel graduated on the 31st of January 2024. These guards underwent basic but critical security training, which prepared them for the expected role they are to play in fulfilling their mandate of securing our communities. They have already been mobilized to our respective communities on call to duty, even though they are on break right now before the final arrangements will be made to make sure they are properly placed. Similarly, as part of the effort to build synergy to confront the common challenges of security at the sub-regional level, my counterparts, the governors of Northwest, and I are arranging to convene a Northwest Peace and Security Summit in partnership with the United Nations Development Programme known as UNDP. The summit is aimed, among other objectives, at sharing best practices and experiences from other regions and nations that have successfully addressed similar challenges towards developing a comprehensive action plan to enhance peace and security in the Northwest sub-region. I wish to use this opportunity to appeal to the good people of Zamfara State to collaborate with the board and extend the needed support to all government policies and programs aimed at fostering peace and development of the state. With these brief remarks, it is my honor and privilege to officially inaugurate the Board of Trustees for the Zamfara State Security Trust Fund for the service and benefit of good people of Zamfara State and the nation at large. I pray to Almighty Allah for His benevolent intervention to ensure the success of the Security Trust Fund, enabling it to fulfill the intended purpose. May Allah guide us all. Thank you all for listening, and wassalamu alaikum.
You have done for a state and in your administration. I'm particularly glad and happy that this state, by the grace of Allah, is turning a new leaf, and inshallah, we shall collectively conquer these challenges of insecurity and underdevelopment under your administration. Let me, on behalf of my colleagues, because unless you are a member, you cannot be a chairman. So I'm equally a member of the board before becoming a chairman. Let me, on behalf of my colleagues, thank you very sincerely for having the thought to even think of putting a security trust fund. I can recall 2006, I was Commissioner of Police in Lagos when the then governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Raji Fashola, decided to say he wants to do a state police. And going through all the rudiments of calculations, we realized it is not going to be an easy task. And we came in with the idea of the security trust fund. At the Civic Center, in one day, in 3 hours, we did the magic wonder that gave Lagos State Security Trust Fund that still works today and is the best. And the wonders was we made a decision to get everybody involved, contractors, civilians, indigenes, big and small. Kept all of them in one room and told them the security challenges of the state. It took me 3 hours to explain the security challenges of Lagos, and I called the governor to make a 5-minute speech. And his speech was, please donate to secure and save Lagos. And he sat down.
True.
After 3 hours, we had collected 5 billion and 500 patrol vehicles.
True.
So, Your Excellency, by the grace of Allah, we shall give you a proper strategic plan for the launching of the State Security Trust Fund properly. Nobody is going to be left out. If you are a commissioner, you must demonstrate that you are a commissioner and you must represent your people well. If you are a governor or former governor, you must demonstrate that you belong to this state and you love this state. Because that is the day. Come and save your people. We are doing this for our people, not for ourselves. Sure. Our generation is gone. I'm sorry to say. But that's the truth. Otherwise, all of us, me, governor, and we can go back to Abuja and sit down and say, well, whatever happens there, let it happen.
Yeah.
But Allah will ask us. And people will ask us. So therefore, our strategic plan for the launching, for how to make money for the State Security Trust Fund will come. I'm happy you have just launched Askara and Zamfara.
Yeah.
And people were clapping for you and shouting, he has done well. But there's another challenge. The challenge is, are you thinking, how is he going to pay them? How is he going to equip them? They can't fight insecurity barehanded. So, ladies and gentlemen, while thanking the governor for what he has done for the port, they say good thinking is good product. But we have the responsibility to make sure this is put to fruition. It has to work. Nobody is coming to save Zamfara. Then you yourself. We have to wake up from our slumber. It's not time for sleeping now. And that's why others are ahead of us. 25 years, we have nothing to show for it. But by the grace of Allah, before 4 years, you have begun to see traffic light in Zamfara. It's not a dream, it's a reality. And more will happen. So, Excellency, let me not take you to any journey, but I want to reassure you of our commitment to do what is expected of us by the law, and we shall not spare anybody. We shall do our best. We will give you the best advice in terms of safety and security to the best we know. We don't have the master of knowledge. Everybody can be a good player. If you have the advice, our doors are open. We are happy that one of the members, to show you our commitment, one of our members has donated his office for this trust fund. By the blessing of His Excellency, the office has been inaugurated now. And by next week, God willing, that office will be ready. Tomorrow we are going to start our meeting. Immediately after this meeting, Your Excellency, we are going to start our inaugural board meeting today. That's the next thing we shall do. Because we have no time to waste.
True.
You have given us the challenge, and we have taken the challenge. And I'm happy, and I'm sure Allah will be on our side.
Inshallah.
So I want to use the opportunity to thank you for the confidence of us on us, and we shall not disgrace you, and we shall not disgrace ourselves. Thank you, and remember.
The photograph will take place outside. Other people should go out through that exit place. Other people should take that exit place.
Members, MC.